A man sitting alone in a chair looking out at the theater. Ruby enters. The man has an envelope crushed in his hands.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't know that you were still in here.
It's no problem, Ruby.
I was just locking up. Would you like me to?
Oh,
Should I?
I'll take care of it.
Man gets up and walks to Ruby. He hands her an envelope.
I'm sorry, it's not much.
Oh, I couldn't accept this.
She tries to hand it back.
It's only 5 months worth. Please take it.
You've already given me too much. I couldn't accept anything else.
I appreciate the sentiment, but look, I gave you a part-time job. It wasn't that big of a deal. Besides, you were here anyway.
I was here because I love this theater. You gave me a chance to do what I love. Besides, I got my first acting job here.
You're way too talented for this theater.
That's not true. I've got an audition tonight.
Atta girl.
Thank you. I mean it.
Please, take this.
She goes to refuse him again, but then she sees his face. Hesitantly, she takes the envelope from him.
Thank you.
She turns but hesitates.
You did everything you could, sir. It isn't your fault.
Thank you. I wish you the best. Good luck.
You too.
They shake hands and Ruby leaves. The man sits back in his seat. Ballet girl enters.
Why do you look so sad?
What? You're not supposed to be in here. The theater's closed.
I didn't come from out there, silly. I came in from here. Why do you look so sad?
That doesn't make any sense. The theater is closed permanently. My theater permanently closed.
That is pretty sad.
She points at a seat in the theater.
I sat right there. I was 6 years old and I saw a ballet.
I remember the ballet.
It was magical.
It was magical.
It's what made me want to become a ballerina.
Did it?
Yes, my mom took me to the ballet.
Well, no mom will ever take her daughter to a ballet at this theater again. Yeah. It's over.
I'm 15 now. I got accepted into the School of American Ballet in New York. Ballet got me through some of my toughest times in life. I would have never known if it wasn't for this theater.
This theater will never change someone's life again. I couldn't keep it afloat, and now it's destined to be turned into an office building by some business idiot.
Idiot's a bad word. You shouldn't say it. Your theater helped a lot of people. Maybe it will help people as an office building.
I don't want it to help as an office building. I know I told Ruby that I would lock up, but I thought that she would at least get to the front door. I'm sorry, sir. We're closed.
You weren't the day I came.
Let me guess. You want to be a ballerina?
No. I sat way back there in the nosebleeds.
He gestures to the cheapest seats in the theater.
I worked long hours, 3 jobs, just so the lights would stay on. I always hated theaters because to me they looked like a cesspool of excess and frivolity. I really wanted to go to college, but I barely had the money to stay alive. Hopelessness is like a rock tied to your foot. You can't focus on anything except for how heavy it feels. I was ready to give up in a big way. And then I was walking home from work and thinking about how I didn't have anything to live for. And I saw your theater. I come from a long line of poor men. My grandpa used to say, if you have $2, spend one on bread and the other on flowers, because you need something to keep you alive and something to live for. I forgot that he said that until I saw this theater. I went a week without electricity to see that show. But in this theater, I found something to live for.
Really?
Yeah. Things eventually got better. I went to college. Now I own a company, and every month I donate money to theater. Sometimes I still sit in the nosebleeds.
Oh, I don't think you understand. I'm glad. I'm glad that this changed your life, but it's going away. It's gone. When they get here tomorrow, how long do you think it will take for them to start ripping at the seats in the nosebleeds?
I think you're missing the point. It was never about the seats.
It was never about the seats.
Chris, how are you here?
The theater sent me.
I lost our theater.
It's not lost. It's right here.
Well, an audience will never sit in those seats again. A cast will never perform on the stage. It's over.
If you think that the only things that make a theater are a stage and seats, then you missed it.
Missed what?
This is so much bigger than a stage and seats. Theater is an experience. It's something that you carry around inside of you. And if it's good, it changes how you think or feel, or it changes your life. Do you remember when we bought this theater?
Well, of course I do. And I also remember you telling me to take care of it.
That little girl with the pink, she's a testament to how well you took care of this theater. That man, the one who talked about his grandfather, he's evidence of your hard work. Even Ruby, she's so young. She has her whole life and all her dreams ahead of her. We couldn't care less about the condition of the curtains or the carpet.
Oh.
Why are you still sitting on the stage?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's the best of both worlds. I get to see the theater from the actor's point of view, and I also get to think about the audience. Like I said, the best of both worlds. Or something like that.
See, you know. In your heart, you know.
What does that mean? Why? How are you here now? Here, dropping all this on me?
Because it's time to let go.
We poured our lives into this theater. How can you tell me to let it go?
You're so funny sometimes. You say you remember the day we bought this theater. What did you say to me that day?
Let's do something that they'll never forget.
Exactly. I loved this building, this room, just as much as you. But that's all that is. It's just a room without an audience, without actors, without work and joy and tears. It's just a room. But when you add all of those things, you have an experience that people will never forget. An experience that they will carry around inside of them. The unforgettable experience doesn't die if the seats get ripped out. You were so afraid of losing your theater. Your theater is inside hundreds of thousands of people all over this city, all over this country. It's inside of you. You aren't losing anything.
Man and Chris reach out to each other.
I'm not losing anything.
Chris looks at him lovingly. She looks out at the theater, surveying the room. Then she exits. Man looks around the theater, just as Chris had.
I'm not losing anything.